property. That's the function
So the
of
argument
government.
is because
when
we're born, as on average, as I've said, men might be on average stronger than women. Because of that premise, and they have to sign up, women shouldn't be allowed to vote. I completely disagree with that premise.
Why?
Why?
What's your argument? I haven't heard an argument. I've just heard you go, oh, I can't believe what she said. Can you believe what she's saying? She called people a word. She said women should be second-class citizens.
I think if you're not a Christian, you're retarded. That's my impersonation of you.
What's up, guys? Today we have a fiery debate between the ugly crybaby liberal Brian Shapiro and base Barbie Rachel Wilson. We are talking about feminism. Gonna be some explosive stuff, I'm sure. Make sure if you like this video, like and subscribe, share. We are dropping 3 videos every single day, so welcome to America Only.
That's a fact. She would not have been paid to write her book if not for feminism and the people that work really hard to give her the opportunity to do this. Now listen, I don't care how much money she's getting paid. I don't care how much money her husband makes. The fact of the matter is that she wouldn't be here if not for feminism. Again, not an opinion, fact. I've never been called a feminist before. I've been called a lot of things by a lot of people. Never been called a feminist because I don't think I am one. I'm just somebody that doesn't like to tell other people what to do with their lives, man or woman. Who am I to tell a woman, you should stay at home? You shouldn't be in the workplace. You shouldn't have kids after 30. No. I want people to live their lives and do the things that they want to do because life is short. What right do I have, man or woman, to tell you what to do with your life? Now, I'm not really sure, and I'll ask Rachel this question. What does this country look like for her? Does she not want women to work at all? Does she want us to be a third world country like Afghanistan where women are not allowed to work? Now, you're going to hear this word a lot in this debate. No, it's not going to be Donald Trump. But you're going to hear the word hypocrisy a lot. Because Rachel's made decisions in her life because of feminism. Rachel's had the opportunity to get out of relationships because of feminism. It wasn't even that long ago where women were in abusive relationships, but they weren't allowed to get out of those relationships.
Jeez, I hope your mother was abused.
I don't care about someone's personal life. I don't care how many baby daddies they have. I don't care how many ex-husbands they have. It's not my business. But in this debate, it is my business because she's telling other people how they should live their life. Why is it okay for her to do that, but not others? I defer.
Thank you very much for that opening statement. We're going to kick it over to Rachel for her 5-minute opening as well. Rachel, I have the timer set for you. The floor is all yours.
Well, thanks for coming, everybody, and being here. It's great to see so many faces, and all of you online watching, thanks for your support. Thank you to Andrew for giving me something beautiful to look at in the front row. A whole straw man opening is brand new for me, but that should be fun. So for my opening, the topic of the debate is, has feminism been good for women and children? I'm glad we're talking about this because the whole reason I do this is that feminism has destroyed the lives of children. So let's talk about the promises of feminism, what it told women and children it was going to do, how they got suffrage passed, how they got the whole agenda passed. It was supposed to provide women with safety, equality, and happiness. Let's look at the last 100 years and see if feminism has delivered on any of those promises to women and kids. So after no-fault divorce became kind of the law of the land starting in the 60s and spread across the country, we changed all of society. Prior to 1950, there were only about 2% of kids living with single parents in a single parent home. Now that number is over 40%. Contrary to popular belief, women were allowed to leave abusive and dangerous marriages prior to no fault. No fault divorce didn't mean no divorce. It just meant you have to have a reason. So in the year 1900 alone, there were over 55,700 divorces granted to women for reasons like abuse or abandonment. Now you can just get one because you're not feeling it anymore. So what we have is broken homes And the effects of broken homes on kids are extremely well explained in the data across all the data sets, and they're very consistent over time.
Exactly. I mean, feminism is just like a clever PR thing that was manufactured by people like Edward Bernays. It was just to get more tax dollars. It was to divide families, to promote the welfare state. That's all it was, just a PR campaign that you all fell for.
So after this big wave of divorce in the 80s and all these newly single parent homes, children experienced a lot of destabilization in their lives, which put them at risk for everything you can think of. From, let's take a look at this. Fatherless homes account for children. 90% of kids who are homeless come from a fatherless home. 85% with behavioral disorders. 75% of kids in substance abuse treatment centers. 88% of kids who are committed to psych wards come from broken homes. If you look at abuse of all kinds, all the data sets show that kids who are living with a single mom and their partner are at the highest risk, more than 10 times more risk than children who are living with both married biological parents. Also for women, domestic violence didn't go away because of no-fault divorce. It shifted to cohabitative relationships. So the domestic violence rate dropped for married couples, but it skyrocketed for cohabitating couples. You are at 40% higher risk of getting abused by your boyfriend than you are your husband if you live with your boyfriend. So much for safety, I guess. What about equality? Well, men still do all the dirty, dangerous, difficult jobs. 92% of all work deaths are men. 90% of all infrastructure jobs, the essential infrastructure jobs that run everything you see here, are done by men. Women get less time for the same crime. Men get 30% longer sentences. Women get 40% more probation than sentences for the exact same crimes as men. Single mother households dominate welfare. 85% of SNAP money goes to women, to single moms. And if you look at welfare and out-of-wedlock births on a graph, they go up in tandem over the last 70 years together. So what about happiness? Are women happy? Well, unfortunately, no. We now have 26% of all American women are on at least one psychiatric drug. There's been two major...
Exactly, yeah. Women are not happier as a result of feminism. I mean, ask any of your female friends, and if they're honest with you, they will say they don't want to work. Like, I've asked several of mine, and yes, it seems to be that like every single woman I know is on some kind of SSRI or some kind of mood-altering drugs. It's just very strange.
Studies done on women's happiness since sexual liberation. The paradox of declining female happiness and a follow-up study called the female happiness paradox. Both data sets across time, culture, economic status did not matter. Women's happiness has decreased both absolutely and relative to men. So in summary, no, feminism didn't deliver on its promises. It hadn't made women and children safer or happier. It made them more vulnerable to abuse and exploitation by removing the men that have the most interest in protecting them, and that would be their own fathers and their own husbands.
Thank you very much for that 5-minute opening as well. We will jump into the rebuttals. These are 5 minutes as well. Brian, I've got the timer set for you. The floor is all yours.
The word would be hypocrisy. Rachel just talked about abuse, divorce. I want to be very clear with what I'm about to say. It is normally not my business to talk about how many children you have, how many ex-husbands you have. But when you have somebody to my left who wants to tell other women how to live their lives.
We are about to wrap this up, so I'm going to jump ahead, see how this kind of finishes off here. All right, there we go.
Okay, but it's an excuse to call people retards. Get lost. Go ahead. Excuse.
I'm saying you don't give a fuck about women.
No, I don't give a fuck about you.
You are a sneaky fucker is what you are. He pretends to be a feminist so that he can get into women's
move on,
spaces and do
move on.
things to them.
Please.
It looks like a
We're going to go to the next
bitch,
question. We're ready for you. Go ahead.
Okay, so Brian, we would agree that a man that turns 18 years old cannot willfully opt out of conscription, correct?
Yeah.
What duty to this country can a woman opt out of?
What duty to this country that can a woman opt out of?
Can they not
Without
opt out of?
consequence.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I guess nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Okay.
The other point is we would also agree that men unfortunately hold the monopoly on violence statistics in the country, right?
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
that's probably accurate.
Trans woman.
What is
What is a trans woman?
What do you mean, what is a trans woman?
What biologically is a trans woman?
I've already said, were you not paying attention? I said, if you're born a man, I believe you're a man. I believe if
Okay,
you're
so
born a
now
woman,
you
you're a
have the
woman. Another
statistics for why
question?
trans women shouldn't be allowed in women's
Okay,
bathrooms.
well, that's just ridiculous. I can't believe people are clapping at that. This is so, hold on a second. Let me respond to that.
Okay, I think we've seen enough of this guy. That was Brian Shapiro versus Rachel Wilson. She totally smashed on him, totally dunked on him. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see some more videos like this. We are dropping 3 a day now, every single week. And remember, it's not America first nor America last, but America only. And I'll see you next time.